The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. That's it.
Bridgewater. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
And a Panther first down.
Here we go.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Seals Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
First down.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
I'm here all day. Hey, check 24. Switch. Go.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Bridgewater to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Carolina.
I got you, boy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Keith Kirkwood, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
right.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check. Hey, Echo.
Breeze going to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another Saints first down.
50. You waiting?
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 0-2, 0-2. Mark 54. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Now Breeze. And that's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Breeze to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Ready.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt, so there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Bridgewater. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Let's go one more.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Carolina! Keith Kirkwood, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. The throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
23 yards on the play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brees. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brandon Marshall able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Brees. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This is McCaffrey, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitter's getting to see him. and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Carolina, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas.